I've waited 84 years for this!
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We're kicking off the road to Subnautica 2 early access with our first dev vlog, as well as an exciting sneak peek at some early game footage.
Yeah, boy.
We're so back, Fish Gang! Welcome finally to a video going over Subnautica 2 gameplay. If you're new here and a fan of the fish, do hit that subscribe button. I am on a road to 40k subs, so help me get there. And the Keep Calm Kitty will be happy. The gameplay footage starts with these really dark underground caves that are very claustrophobic as well. And there's two things to note here. First of all, the UI. They shifted it to top left. Now, obviously, nothing here is final. The OG Subnautica fans will know how much Subnautica changed from early access to its full release. Heck, even Below Zero changed so much from early access to full release, so all of this is subject to change. I am not sure how I feel about the UI being top left, but that's also because I have hundreds of hours in both Subnautica games, and I'm just so hard-wired to expect the UI on the bottom left. But if they do keep it top left, I'm sure there's a good reason for it. Next thing we see is this weird fish. Call me a coper, but the way it snaps open and the fins kind of wiggle around slightly, the animation fidelity of creatures seems to have gone up, and just the way the orange light bounce across that fish makes it look so spooky. It's definitely giving off hostile vibes. I'm sure like every other fish in this goddamn game, it's gonna fuck you up.
The whole team believes that Subnautica 2 is shaping up to be our biggest and most ambitious Subnautica game ever. And we can't wait until you dive in.
Now, I know some pessimistic people might look at that and just say, yeah, that's just the thing you say, man. Of course, your next game is going to be best and most ambitious than ever. But these devs, they are so passionate. Clearly, they've learned a lot from Below Zero. They've been so active on their Discord server. And from things that they're showing in this video, I genuinely do believe that this game has the potential to blow the other two games out of the water. Capturing the lightning in the bottle magic of the first game will be very hard, but time will tell if they reach it or exceed it. Next shot we see is of the scanner, and they added a holographic HUD to the scanner, which changes depending on what you're doing in it. They're scanning what seems to look like table coral samples. They're calling it plate coral for now. Again, all these names, all these UI symbols and everything subject to change. This is a very much dev build. The plus sign, for example, is definitely a placeholder, because if you see in a later shot, it clearly shows the copper symbol on the scanner as you scan it. It says right here, new data entry, which is what I mean by all these HUD elements are subject to change and under development. Same thing goes for the UI slots. If you notice, there's only 4 instead of the 5 default we get in Subnautica. It could either mean that they're upgradable, or more likely that this is subject to change. I don't think having upgradable quick slots would be a good gameplay mechanic. I think that would just frustrate a lot of players. Even like as soon as you start in Subnautica, 5 already feel too little. So maybe it's just an internal build thing. The visual design of a lot of materials seem to be updated as well. As you can see, the copper here looks a lot more oxidized and gray. And also, this person's about to fucking die. Next clip is massive. Girthy, huge. It shows the base building menu, and that was one of the key features advertised for Subnautica 2, that they're overhauling base building completely. And here we get to have a look at it. We can see some new type of structures here, like the Nook, which seems to be a little add-on you can add to an already existing room, or a half-round room, which just looks so cool. But clearly most of these are unfinished right now. We do see the use of these support pillars in the next clip. Cool thing to note is it says the pillar only costs 1 titanium to make. So you might be like, what the fuck, that's it. But in the next clip, it says that 0.71 titanium out of 1 available. And when they try to add on another room, it says 0.71 out of 5 titanium available. This could mean that they have completely overhauled how materials work themselves, but that would be a pretty big change. So I'm not putting my eggs in that basket just yet. I think only time will tell if it's just an internal dev thing or something bigger is going on here. One thing to do note is the habitat builder tool just looks so realistic in this shot. Is that just me? The way the light bounces off of it, it looks like a real tangible thing. With just another side note, this game is gonna look so gorgeous compared to the first two. Like, they showcase this animation with the fish bumping into this rock, and just everything looks so fluid. I'm telling you, they have upped their animation game. And they do say in this devlog that they have brought upon new faces in their team to work on the game alongside the old veteran Subnautica devs. And I think that'll clearly show, not in just terms of gameplay, but lighting engine, graphics, and animation as well. The next few clips are awesome because they go over multiplayer, and it is so seamless. Of course, I'll never shut up up about how beautiful and vibrant and colorful this world looks. But these animations, man, they got me feeling stuff. And this is where you can see the scanner in a scanning mode working as a radar, where it looks like they kind of integrated the material scanner into it, which would be so cool. Instead of seeing those ugly orange circles, if you could just see it on your scanner's HUD where the next materials are or the next fragments are. Another new fish can be seen in this shot. Looks weird as all hell, as we come to expect from this game. And we also see another shot of multiplayer base building, which is cool and all. And yeah, there's a new HUD element on the bottom left showcasing the power available or something in the base. Pretty cool stuff, right? Wrong. My main question is, how is this motherfucker swimming around with a low taper fade without a fucking helmet? Bro became the fish. He can just breathe underwater. Unknown worlds, do you care to explain what this ancient technology is? In the next shot, bro is back in his submarine tadpole thing like a normal human being, thankfully. And I would like to point out the water trail effect is gorgeous. Obviously, it's something you don't get to see in the first two games because you're playing first person. You can't really, you know, look at your behind. But the jets of water linger on for quite a while. It's like the underwater version of leaving your footprints in the snow in games like Red Dead 2. And you look at it and you just go, oh. But yeah, the tadpole looks cool too. It looks much more sleeker and faster and funner than the fucking sea truck. If you're new here, do know that Primacon is part of the sea truck hate club. I hate that thing so much. Speaking of the tadpole, in the next shot you can see it being repaired and the 5 HUD slots are back. So again, I have no clue what's going on with that. I really hope it's not an upgrade you need to get more quick slots. That just does not sound like fun to me, but let me know what you think in the comments. The repair functionality do seem to be unchanged from the previous games. Enough about mechanical tadpoles. In the next clip, you see an actual leviathan made of meat and bones. This thing looks like a giant squid, you know, from the real world where humans live. I don't think this is the same leviathan we see in all the promotional material for Subnautica. Maybe it's like a juvenile version of that, kind of like the ghost leviathans in Subnautica 1. As always, looks freaky as fuck. Probably gonna mess you up with its tentacles. This next shot is strange. It seems to be an untextured version of a farm where I don't know what they're farming. Probably aura. But on the HUD, you can see on the top left that there's actually 5 meters now. There's a new DNA symbol meter that seems to be empty. I'm sure this has something to do with the genetics DNA manipulation features that they're adding in Subnautica 2. Because in an earlier shot, the PDA was yapping about collecting genetics. It's telling us to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Thank you, Bear Grylls. And then they end the devlog asking you to join their Discord server if you have suggestions for the game. I am telling you, I cannot stress this enough. They are the most active developers I've ever seen in my life. Every single day, someone from the dev team is acting there, interacting, and talking with the community. And it's so obvious how badly they want to go through the user feedback route this time, because they just do not want to repeat the mistakes of Subnautica Below Zero, as that game was so polarizing, and I'm sure they want Subnautica 2 to be an actual proper sequel to Subnautica, not just a spiritual one. Leave the video a like if you enjoyed this analysis of the new devlog, and subscribe for more to come. Whenever there's anything new Subnautica 2, I'll be there to yap about it. Thank you for watching. Primacon signing out.